How's it going? So I'm in the office today. Often when I'm making these videos, I like to do it by candlelight at night time, but hey ho, we'll have a little bit of an office session because I'm in the flow because I've had a lot of cacao. So I'm surfing the wave. I made a Facebook Live and I made a TikTok. Um, I was talking about prophecy and the future, and how those things can exist in God, because God has an all-knowingness, and within that we can look at what the piece of you that is God is doing, why it's here, what does the fullest expression of it want to be, what is it chosen to be. So I was definitely talking about that. The other thing that I will talk about is this: self-worth and value and respect. Essentially, I was saying that if people want to connect with me, just to be mindful of my time and my energy, because I have other people who are needing slots and who are wanting to connect. And so if people come in with energy that is a little bit, I don't know, messy, which is fine. I also think life is messy and sometimes we don't know what's going on and things are a little bit up in the air. But I think maybe wait until you feel a little bit clearer to reach out, because otherwise it can get in the way of other people and what they're doing. And I think that is, also a marker of one's value and one's self-respect and self-worth, which is super important that we have in general. So there's definitely that. I want to go back to the future spaces, So I do have an offering that is fortune telling, prophecy, looking at somebody's life. I think that there is definitely, like I said, the ability to do that. And it can be profoundly helpful for people because then they can understand what they are here to do. I also believe this, we only receive the information that we're meant to give to the person that's sitting in front of us, and we have to trust that. Working in spiritualist church has really taught me that, because when I get information, I don't get the next piece of information unless I go with what it is that I have. So on some level, you're meant to receive that. And I think that we have to trust in this thing that is bigger and higher, which is why, for me, the more we can cultivate a sense of centeredness, but also receptivity and getting out of the head and the mind, that we don't color the information that's being given over to the recipient, right? That's also super important. Because then you are really being a clear instrument and a clear channel for this thing that is God. It's not about you, and it's not about you controlling what comes forward. Now, there's a skill that lies in how you maneuver the space and handle the space, how you feel into what needs to come forward, what the person in front of you needs, navigating them, navigating the space, and navigating your connection to God. That's a real juggling act between those few spaces. But if you do that in a really, if you utilize that skill and practice that skill, which is the training that I have had, and the training that I also offer people that I work with, you can then get into a space where really powerful information comes forward, incredible experiences come forward. And I am always, I'm often humbled and also amazed at, the experiences that come forward for the people that I sit with, because it is larger than me, it's bigger than me. I think that if you can really open yourself to that space, then you really start to see these incredible, miraculous things. And I also think that is what helps me with an understanding that all is good and all is God and all is love. There's divine perfection in all of it. So that is all I'm going to say for the day. If anybody wants me, you can get me via my website or my Calendly if you want to give for these videos. It's at Kyle Tresler on my PayPal. I think that is that for this video. We covered a few different things in it. I am going to get to my sessions because I've got one in person. I've got somebody who's doing a set of 6 sessions with me, and I might be doing a reading for somebody in the Netherlands as well. So it's a busy day. It's a busy week. March is getting really booked. Like I said, if you want a session, book in because I'm getting busy, right? Which is cool. But all in the right time in it, so that's good too. Until next we connect, okay? Big, 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 big love.